Okay, hello everyone. I hope I am audible and visible. Let me just have a quick tech check. Yes, I'm properly audible and properly visible. Right, hello everyone. So the CLAT is over, the NLU Delhi exam, it is over. Now here we are, like having a new session. Right now we are going to discuss about the new particular CLAT exam, the new law entrance test, and the coming entrance test, right, that we are going to see. So yes, this is something that is going to be excited, and the CLAT result is out. So I hope you did well. And if not, then that doesn't mean you are supposed to get depressed or feel low, right? The good thing about the chances are they always come back, right? So hello Sachin, I'm properly audible and visible, right? Yes or no? I guess yes. Great. Okay, cool. Right, so let's start with what we are having. In today's session, we are strictly going to have some objective question, right? Just to make sure कि किस type के objective question जो हैं वो पूछे जाते हैं and क्या कैसी कहानी होगी. So let's start what we are having, and you are welcome in the chat box to answer it. Moving on, first question. In December 2022, which state has become the first state in the country to set up a separate Divyang department? So कौन सा ऐसा स्टेट है इंडिया का जो पहला स्टेट बना है जो सेपरेट दिव्यांग डिपार्टमेंट जो है वो स्टैब्लिश कर रहा है? The options are मध्य प्रदेश, महाराष्ट्र, हरियाणा, छत्तीसगढ़. Come on. I'm waiting for your answers. I'm looking at the chat box. Okay, Sachin is saying B. That's Maharashtra. Anyone else? Which state has decided to establish a separate Divyang department? The Yash is also saying that Maharashtra. Okay, Riddhi is saying B. That's Maharashtra. Anyone else? Yes, the correct answer is Maharashtra. Yes, recently the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Mr. Eknath Shinde, announced that we are going to have a separate department for the Divyang. Now, like 3 years back, 4 years back, our Prime Minister decided that that word handicapped is actually somewhere not very good. So he mentioned that particular handicap word. He replaced that from the Divyang. So the Maharashtra government decided to have a separate department, separate ministry for it. They decided to create close to 2600 posts for this department, and they are going to have a separate policy making for this particular department, right? So they are going to have a separate policy making. They are going to establish new policy to like development and growth and social standard growth for the Divyang. So they become the first state. The Maharashtra become the first state to do so, and it's a good initiative. Just don't forget about it. The first state to implement this Divyang department policy is Maharashtra. Right. Moving on. The Mount Semeru volcano erupted on December 2022. In which country is this volcano located? Right, so Mount Semeru recently located. It was in news. आपने भी सुना होगा. So पूछा रहा है कि किस country में located है? The options are Philippines, Indonesia, Japan, Italy. Come on. Okay, so Sachin is saying C. That's Japan. Okay. Anyone else? Riddhi said B. That's Indonesia. Yash is also saying B. That's Indonesia. और कोई? Yes, the correct answer is Indonesia. Yes, the Mount Semeru is actually the highest volcano of Indonesia. Right, ha. So we are having three countries actually. One is USA, another one is Indonesia, right, and the third one is actually the Iceland. And when it comes to static part, which we are supposed to discuss, क्योंकि इस बार क्लाइड एलिट दोनों ने बताया कि static को ignore मत करो, right? So USA is the country that is having maximum number of volcano, right? Yes. Indonesia is the country having maximum active volcano on mainland, right? On mainland, because America is third largest country in the world in terms of area, and it is spread over the different subcontinents, right, and different hemispheres. So it is having maximum number of volcanoes. But when it comes to maximum number of active volcanoes on mainland, that's Indonesia. And Iceland is a small country that is having most dense volcanic activity. Yes, it's a very small country and it is having a very dense volcanic activity. Right, name Iceland hai, but this is one of the greenest country because of that heat concern. Indonesia is located very close to Arctic Circle and it is supposed to be submerged in ice for all the year long. But because of this volcanic activity and other thing, it is one of the greenest country and people are also good. The country is great. So recently जो Mount Semeru है erupt हुआ है वो इंडोनेशिया का highest volcano है, इंडोनेशिया में ही located है. Moving on December 2022, the Monetary Policy Committee, it is also known as MPC, है ना, headed by the Reserve Bank of India Governor Shaktikanta Das, released the Monetary Policy Statement 2022-2023. Consider the following statement regarding this. RBI increased the repo rate by 35 basis point. According to this, the GDP growth rate is estimated to be 6.8% in coming financial year. Which of the following statement is or are correct? One only, two only, both one and two, none of the above. Come on. Okay, so Sachin is saying C, that's both A and B, matlab both 1 and 2. Okay. Yash is also saying C with a question mark. Riddhi is saying 1 only. Okay, that's option number A. Okay, the correct answer is option number C. That's 1 and 2. दोनों statement correct है. The Monetary Policy Committee is some is a committee under Reserve Bank of India that actually try to monitorize, try to change, try to manipulate the monetary policy on different condition, on different basis. So recently RBI increased the repo rate by 35 basic point. That means now the repo rate is 6.25%. They also estimated the growth of Indian economy in the next financial year by 6.8%. Apart from that, they have talked about the foreign exchange reserve, which is known as forex. So yeah, from today's news, if you are considering today's news, from last 5 weeks the forex is increasing, but this particular week they had seen certain low in the forex, but that is actually one of the sign of stabilizing the rupee as well. Apart from this, the banks have given the enhancement dispensation enhancement limit to held to maturity, so that they can work properly. Our banking system should work properly. Apart from this, they have decided to introduce the single blockchain multiple debit functionality to make sure that banking and other economic sectors are going well. I know बहुत सारे ऐसे टर्म है जो तुम्हें समझ में नहीं आए, right? But इनका काम यही है. The Monetary Policy Committee, they used to do this कि भैया जो भी कंडीशन बन रही है इन्फ्लेशन की, रुपी की वैल्यू की, फॉरेक्स रिजर्व्स की, या whatever they are facing in terms of economic aspect, whether it is a good thing or bad thing, accordingly they actually analyze and change the monetary policy. So that is Monetary Policy Committee's work, right? So correct answer is both 1 and 2. Moving on. Okay, so consider the following statement related to central bank digital currency, that is CBDI, also known as e-rupee, right? Retail. Reserve Bank of India announced the commencement of its first Divyang operation from the December 1st, 2022. 4 cities, Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore and Bhubaneswar, have been included in the pilot run. Which of the following statement is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, 1 and 2, none of the above. Okay, so that has answer in it. Right, so yes, the correct answer is both 1 and 2. Okay, yeah, that has answer. So, kya hi pucho? So, the thing is ki, you have heard about Bitcoin, you have heard about cryptocurrency, you have heard about different platforms that is going working toward the supply chain, right? They are dependent on the cryptography and all other things. So some of the countries decided to legalize the tender of cryptocurrency. The Indian government decided that we are going to have our own personal cryptocurrency, and we are going to call it e-rupee. And the pilot run started from December 1, and the four cities, that is Mumbai, New Delhi, Bhubaneswar, and Bangalore, are the places where this pilot run started. So if the pilot run will be successful, it will expand to different areas, and so soon we are going to see our own kind of cryptocurrency, Indian cryptocurrency. Right. Moving on to the next question. Who took over as the new chairman of the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, that is also known as NABARD, on December 2022. So अभी कौन है जो नाबार्ड का चेयरमैन, नए चेयरमैन अपॉइंट हुए हैं? ऑप्शन है शाजी केवी, डॉक्टर उषा सिंह, गोविंद राजुलू चिंताला, या राहुल साचान. Okay, yes is saying C. Come on. Okay, Riddhi said A, that is Shazi KV. Anyone else? Okay, Sachin is also saying A, that's Shazi KV. Criminal Justice saying A, that's Shazi KV. Okay, the correct answer is Shazi KV. Yes, he was the deputy chairman for NABARD, and now officially from the 7th of December, he is the new chairman of National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. Now, when he was the deputy chairman, that was 2022, 2020 mid, right? So he has implemented several new features and several new initiatives that is being taken under his command. For example, the data warehouses, inspection processes, supervision, kind of risk management setup, and the most important one is Primary Agriculture Cooperative Society, known as PACS. So these were the new initiatives that were taken when the COVID and other particular negative aspects were actually affecting our economy. So he has been appointed as the chairman of NABARD. Before joining NABARD, he worked in Canara Bank. He worked in different committees as an expert, whether it is RRBs, that is rural regional banks, whether it is the technical group of social stock exchange, committee for guideline on IPOs, and some committee for cost sharing of ATMs, etc., etc. So he has quite long, you can call it, experience in banking and other sectors. So he is one of the most experienced one, and from the December 7th, he has taken the charge as the new chairman of NABARD. Okay, moving on. Consider the following statement regarding the FIFA World Cup 2022. In the final match, the final score before the penalty shootout tied. In the final, Argentina won the title by defeating France 4-2 in the penalty shootout. Croatia finished third after defeating Morocco. The Golden Boot Award was given to Kylian Mbappe for the 8 goals of France. Which of the following statement is or are correct? 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2, 3, 4, all of the above. Come on. Okay, C, D, C. C, C, D. The correct answer is option number D, all of the above. All of the above are correct, right? Yes, the match even went for the extra time. It was a tie. So they went for shootout, penalty shootout. It was 4-2. Argentina won. Right. Then we are having this particular Mbappe, right? Kylian Mbappe, who won the Golden Boot Award, right? And it is Argentina's title after 78 and 86. So that is like third title. Messi was the captain of the team, and lots of different things, right? It was held in Qatar. The football World Cup is this football World Cup is having highest number of goals scored, that is 172. After 66 years, there is a hat trick in the World Cup final, that was Mbappe, right? So lots of different records are being made, and all the statements are correct. For you, the homework is कि आप ये सारे records जो है अपने notebook में क्या करके रखें, note करके रखें, right? So that we can have like revision के time पे तुम्हें दिक्कत ना हो. Okay, moving on. When is the International Anti-Corruption Day observed? So, Antarashtriya Anti-Corruption Day, International Anti-Corruption Day is observed on which of the following date? Options are 9th December, 5th December, 3rd of December, 1st of December. Come on. Okay, so Yash is saying A. Very good. How the first option is correct? Sachin, that is the option ना कि जिसमें before penalty shootout tie हो गया था. Obviously जब tie होता है तभी तो penalty shootout देते हैं ना. हाँ मतलब अगर अर्जेंटीना 3-2 के स्कोर से जीतती या फ्रांस 3-2 से होता या 4-3 से होता तो फिर पेनाल्टी शूटआउट की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती, राइट? या so majority of you are saying A. The correct answer is option number A. It was 2003 31st of October when United Nations General Assembly है ना, they adopted the United Nations Convention against the corruption, right? So after this particular convention was adopted, the general secretary, right, they said ki we should have some day to raise the awareness against corruption, and ultimately that particular convention was accepted and signed in 2005, and from that particular year, 9th of December, every year 9th of December is termed as the International Anti-Corruption Day from 2003 itself, right? Now this is the day when majority all the countries, that is 180 party which signed this convention, they organize the awareness programs against the corruption and all other things. So this is like the coming year 2023 is going to be the 20th anniversary, and the United Nations started working against the corruption anti-corruption awareness setup with the hashtag that is United Against Corruption, right? So from 2003 it is observed, and in the 2003 the United Nations Convention Against the Corruption was adopted by the General Assembly of United Nations, and 9th of December was designated to be an awareness day that is known as International Anti-Corruption Day. Moving on. Which country's cricket team has set the record for scoring the most number of runs, 506, on the first day of a test match on December 2022? Options are Pakistan, Australia, England, Bangladesh. Come on. किस कंट्री की क्रिकेट टीम ने रिकॉर्ड सेट किया है टेस्ट मैच के पहले दिन सबसे ज्यादा नंबर ऑफ रन बनाने के लिए, दैट इज 506. Okay, so Yash is saying C, that's England. Anyone else? Sachin saying Pakistan. Okay. Riddhi saying England. Very good. Sachin is also saying England. Sachin, तुम पाकिस्तान भी बोल रहे हो, इंग्लैंड भी बोल रहे हो, राइट? ये तो नहीं है मैं तेजा हूं मार के दरे वाला केस. The correct answer is England. England against Pakistan scored 506 runs on the first day. Right? They actually had like पूरे के पूरे उसमें first inning में जो उन्होंने किया था, they had 4 centuries. So I guess the Jack Crawley, the Ben Duckett, the Oli Pop, and I guess Harry Brook. They were the 4 people who scored century, right? Yes. So so that was the record, and after that lots of news came that what kind of pitch they have made, etc, etc. So it was England who broke the record for the most number of runs on the first day of test match with 506 against Pakistan. Okay, moving on. National Farmers Day observed. When is National Farmer Day is observed? राष्ट्रीय किसान दिवस जो है वह कब मनाया जाता है, कब देखा जाता है? ऑप्शंस आर 21st December, 28th of December, 23rd of December, 22nd of December. A very easy question, सबसे आंसर चाहिए. Okay, Yash is saying C, that's 23rd December. Riddhi is saying C, that's 23rd of December. Sachin is also saying 23rd of December. I guess the correct answer is 23rd of December. हमारे जो पांचवें फिफ्थ प्राइम मिनिस्टर थे चौधरी चरण सिंह, राइट, उनका जो कंट्रीब्यूशन था टुवर्ड्स द फार्मर्स, टुवर्ड द अपलिफ्टमेंट ऑफ फार्मर्स, एक्चुअली ये कहना चाहिए, राइट. सो उनको ऑनर करने के लिए, उनको याद करने के लिए, उनको याद रखने के लिए जो उनकी बर्थ एनिवर्सरी है 23rd of December, राइट, उस दिन हम मनाते हैं नेशनल फार्मर्स डे, राष्ट्रीय किसान दिवस, राइट. सो इस दिन जो है वही सेम चीज, अवेयरनेस एक्टिविटीज, इनिशिएटिव्स, just to make sure the people should understand the importance of farmers and their contribution in economy and society, etc., etc. So National Farmers Day observed every year on the 9th of 20th or 23rd of December. Moving on, which company has got approval from the central government for the nasal vaccine in India for COVID-19? Right. Yes. हाँ भैया, कोविड वापस आ रहा है, right? So we get a new variant of Omicron. So it was a variant Omicron, and now we get a variant of variant, right? That is BF7. Okay. So it's not a kind of multiverse that is going on. ये कोई Loki series नहीं चल रही है. But yes, we get a variant of COVID-19, that is BF7. That's a variant of Omicron that is having a spreading ratio of 16. So if somebody get infected, he is able to infect 16 other people as well, and it is creating chaos, negativity, and lots of negative videos and footage that we are seeing from China and other countries, right? So yes, you are before we discuss the question, just make sure get your mask on, get sanitizer, and make sure maintain social distancing at crowded places and non-crowded places as well. Right. So recently, to battle against the COVID-19, the central government has approved the nasal vaccine of Bharat Biotech. Right. Yes. And भारत बायोटेक nasal vaccine मतलब जो नाक से अपन वो कर सकते हैं, एक्सेप्ट कर सकते हैं उसको, to fight against COVID-19. And if you are not having this booster dose with you, try to get a booster dose. That will help you. So, sir, is it serious or just fear marketing? But see, there are some mistakes that are being done by China. China had a zero COVID policy, so the herd immunity, the term in which the majority of people get infected and generate the immunity against that virus, that external agent, ये China में achieve नहीं हुई, right? दूसरा, the Chinese vaccine and their efficacy is being questioned. The Chinese decided not to accept any foreign vaccine, जैसे इंडिया की वैक्सीन है या बाहर कंट्री की वैक्सीन है, they decided not to accept it, which are more efficient, right? Their own vaccine is not very efficient, so the zero COVID policy, and suddenly they opened it without achieving the herd immunity and low efficacy of the vaccination. That is something that is that become critical, and that is why they are seeing those number of cases which they didn't even see during the second and first wave, right? In case of India, like almost 90+% of the total population is having 2 doses, and some of the states are doing good in booster doses as well. So the herd immunity in India has been achieved. So it is not going to be critical. Like touch wood ना आए, लेकिन अगर आता है तो like whatever research I have read, the majority of people who are going to get infected with this variant, they won't need hospitals. That's a good news, right? But the elder people, right, they are somewhere in like danger. So just make sure maintain your precautions, right? Get your mask on, and get the booster dose for your elders, for your family members, for your parents, so that they won't get infected, and even if they get infected, they don't need hospital, right? So if it is coming, it's going to be super spreader, but not very dangerous to go to the hospital wala scene, right? But just make sure, I'm just warning you and I'm just suggesting you, get the booster dose, don't leave your mask, right? And sanitizer, especially maintain the social distancing, and leave your home when it is necessary. फोकट घूमने मत निकल जाओ, right? तुम फोकट घूमोगे, कोविड भी फोकट घूम रहा है, right? So just make sure don't get infected, right? And I wish you and all your loved ones a good health, good mental health. I will pray to the nature that nobody get infected in our country and in the world as well. Okay, moving on. So who has been appointed as the new chief of New Delhi International Arbitration Centre? So किसे भी नया चीफ बनाया गया है न्यू दिल्ली इंटरनेशनल आर्बिट्रेशन सेंटर का? जस्टिस यूयू ललित, जस्टिस हेमंत गुप्ता, जस्टिस आर सुभाष रेड्डी, जस्टिस जितेंद्र वीर गुप्ता. Come on. Okay, Sachin is saying Justice Hemant Gupta. That's option number B. Anyone else? Sachin has mentioned like Hemant Gupta, Justice Hemant Gupta, Bond, James Bond, right? Yes, the correct answer is Justice Hemant Gupta. He's a retired Supreme Court judge, and he has been appointed as the new chief of New Delhi International Arbitration Center. You know about this autonomous body, right? This is having their own autonomous framework, and this is going to this is the institution that this is the like center that institutionalized the arbitration in India. So former justice judge of Supreme Court Justice Hemant Gupta has been appointed as the new chief. Apart from that like Ganesh Chandru and I guess Anant Vijay Pali is also nominated, is also like appointed as the part-time member according to the ministerial order. So he is the chief, and two other members are part-time members of that arbitration center, International Arbitration Center of New Delhi. Okay, moving on. Which country has announced the historic nuclear fusion breakthrough? So किसने नाभिकीय संलयन में एक ऐतिहासिक क्या कहना चाहिए ऐतिहासिक एडवांसमेंट अनाउंस की है? किस देश ने? ऑप्शंस आर यूएसए, चाइना, जापान, इंडिया. So Riddhi saying B, that's China. Anyone else? Sachin is also saying China, that's option number B. The correct answer is option number C, USA. Yes, China was one of the country last in this year, right, which actually made certain like improvement in that artificial sun nuclear fusion based energy production. But recently the American scientists actually kind of revolutionized the nuclear fusion and its energy production. The thing is ki fusion and fission, right, these are the two different kind of reaction. In fission, and nucleus break into two smaller nucleus, right? In fusion, two smaller nucleus actually get fused together to make a larger nucleus. Both the process produce energy. So it produced smaller energy, that is fusion, but sorry, fission. Fusion produced larger energy. So the fission is ultimate principle of atomic bomb. The fusion is the ultimate principle of hydrogen bomb. The stars produces energy with the help of fusion. This is a huge amount of energy. The process is so explosive that it is almost uncontrollable. So they had gone through certain development to control the energy produced in the fusion reaction. So if they are going to have a proper control on the fusion energy, in future we are going to see the nuclear reactors based on nuclear fusion. For now, the constructive nuclear energy is produced in nuclear reactors with the help of nuclear fission reaction. Right, so they had like जो energy secretary हैं Jennifer Granholm, they claimed, they actually announced that we had made a significant scientific advancement to control and produce the nuclear fusion energy for constructive use. Right, so it is USA that claimed, announced. Okay, not China. China का वो artificial sun वाला जो है वो कुछ महीने पुराना हो गया. Moving on, which cricketer broke the record of Chris Gayle's record for the fastest 200 in ODI inning? बहुत इजी है, सबके आंसर चाहिए. ऑप्शंस आर विराट कोहली, केएल राहुल, रोहित शर्मा, ईशान किशन. जल्दी से एक तरफ से आंसर चालू कर दो. Fastest 200 in ODI, one day international. Okay, so D, Ishan Kishan. D. Anyone else? Come on, काफी न्यूज में था ये. नहीं, द करेक्ट आंसर है ईशान किशन. ईशान किशन 126 बॉल पे इन्होंने 200 रन मार दिए. So I guess he is the sixth batter in the history to record a double century, and he is the fourth Indian batter. Uh, Sachin Tendulkar, Rohit Sharma, Virendra Sehwag, and Ishan Kishan to score a double century in the like ODIs, one day international. So he broke the record of Chris Gayle for the fastest, and he achieved that 200 in just 126 balls. Alright, so he became the fastest 200 scorer in the history of ODIs. Ishan Kishan. Right? Next. In which of the following state did Prime Minister inaugurated All-India Institute of Ayurveda on December 11, 2022? So, किस state में All India Institute of Ayurveda is being inaugurated by Prime Minister? The options are Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, Goa, Maharashtra. Seventh. Yes, seventh batter and fourth from India. Sorry, I missed one name. Okay, so criminal justice is saying C. Anyone else? Goa जाने के लिए नहीं पूछ रहा हूँ, आंसर पूछ रहा हूँ. Yes is saying B, that's Himachal Pradesh. Anyone else? Sachin is also saying B. The correct answer is C, that's Goa. Right. Okay. So on December 11, 2022, this is not the only institute that is being inaugurated virtually by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So All India Institute of Ayurveda, that is in Goa. The National Institute of Unani Medicine, that is located in Ghaziabad, and National Institute of Homeopathy in Delhi. So three different institutions based on three different medical philosophies are being inaugurated on the same day, right? And this inauguration happened on the 9th World Ayurvedic Congress, that is WAC, right? He also delivered a speech over there. So Goa is the one that got the Institute of Ayurveda, Ghaziabad got the Institute of Unani Medicine, and the New Delhi got the Institute of Homeopathy. So there are three different particular institutions based on different medical philosophies that is being inaugurated virtually by our Prime Minister on the 9th World Ayurveda Congress. Right? Next. Mopa International Airport in Goa has been named after which minister? So Mopa International Airport जो है वो किन के नाम पे रीनेम हो रहे हैं? The options are Arun Jaitle, Manohar Parrikar, Pramod Sawant and Nilesh Kabral. A very easy question. इसमें तो ज़्यादा सोचने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है आप लोगों को. Come on. I mean, if you want to fluke, right, तब भी ये correct हो जाएगा. Sachin, criminal justice, that is B, Manohar Parrikar. Okay, anyone else? Yes, the former Chief Minister of Goa and former Defense Minister of India, late Shri Manohar Parrikar, right? हम उनके simplicity and उनके contribution को नहीं भूल सकते. So the Mopa International Airport is going to be named after late Shri Manohar Parrikar, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi again opened this particular airport and renaming it. Okay, so that's late Shri Manohar Parrikar. Moving on. 16 number question, which or where will be the first meeting of the G20 Finance Track agenda under G20 Presidency of India take place? So, पहली meeting under G20 Finance Track agenda in India's presidency कहाँ पे हुई? Options are Bangalore, right, New Delhi, Ahmedabad, Bhopal. Come on. Okay, so Sachin is saying Bangalore. Criminal Justice is saying A, Bangalore. The correct answer is Bangalore. Yes. December 1st say India is the Riddhi is also saying A. Correct answer Riddhi. Right. So G20 की presidency India के पास है. So अभी 13 to 15th of December बेंगलुरु में जितने भी G20 फाइनेंस एंड सेंट्रल बैंक के डिप्यूटीज हैं वो मिले हैं फाइनेंस ट्रैक एजेंडा के लिए, right, and that held in Bangalore. Don't forget about it. Now G20 presidency will be a very important topic for next year exams. So try to gather all the possible data about it. Moving on. Who topped the Forbes 2020 list of the world's 100 most powerful women, right? फोर्ब्स की 100 सबसे शक्तिशाली महिलाओं की 2022 की लिस्ट में किसने टॉप किया? ऑप्शंस आर मिशेल ओबामा, मासा अमीनी, निर्मला सीतारमन, उर्सुल वॉन डर लीन. कम ऑन. Okay, Sachin is saying C, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, our finance minister. Sachin, that's option C again. Anyone else? The correct answer is option number D. Yes. यूरोपियन कमीशन की प्रेसिडेंट हैं अर्सुला वॉन डर लेन, राइट, जिन्होंने वेरी गुड रिद्धि, वेरी गुड. She has seen the Ukraine crisis, Russia's invasion on Ukraine, the COVID crisis, the extraordinary condition of economic destabilization and all other things. She's also the first lady to lead this post, and she is being in the top of the list of world's 100 most powerful women. She is the president of European Commission, right? And this particular list of most powerful women is being the Forbes जो है I guess 2004 से ये रैंकिंग जो है रेगुलरली पब्लिश कर रही है. So इस साल सबसे आगे कौन है? अर्सुला वॉन डर लेन. Okay, moving on. What is the position of India in the International Aviation Ranking? International Aviation Ranking जो कि International Civil Aviation Organization publish करती है, उसमें इंडिया की रैंक क्या है? ऑप्शन है 102, 48, 54, 63. Come on. Okay, so Sachin is saying B, that's 48. Anyone else? The correct answer is option number B, that's 48. Yes. So अगर बात की जाए India's ranking in International Civil Aviation Organization, right, last 4 years, I mean think about it, 4 साल पहले the ranking was 102. Last 4 years में we are at the 48th spot, and it is India's highest ever rank. India has scored close to 86% in terms of effective implementation of key safety measures during the pandemic and whatever the handling the passengers and all other thing. Thus, India reached highest ever position in the International Aviation Ranking published by International Civil Aviation Organization. That is 48. Don't forget about it. Moving on. Which country has assumed the UNSC presidency for December 2022? United Nations Security Council की presidency किस country ने assume की है in December 2022? Options are India, Ireland, Mexico, United Arab Emirates. बहुत easy question है, right? सबके आंसर चाहिए. Come on. Sachin is saying India, very good. Anyone else? कोई और? Okay, the correct answer is A, India. So India का ये मतलब आखिरी particular साल चल रहा है when we are the permanent members of United Nations Security Council. In the last year August, we were the chairman, president of United Nations Security Council for 1 month. For now, we are again the president of United Nations Security Council, and after that again new members आएंगे. So this was important. Make sure notes में रहे. Which state or union territory in India has country's biggest international yoga center? So कौन है जिसने डिसाइड किया है कि वो कंट्री का सबसे बड़ा राइट क्या खोलेंगे योगा सेंटर? The options are Puducherry, Daman Diu, Madhya Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir. A very easy question. Come on. Okay, so Sachin is saying A, that's Puducherry. Riddhi is saying D, that's Jammu and Kashmir. The correct answer is option number D, जम्मू कश्मीर. So उधमपुर जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट है क्या कहना चाहिए कश्मीर का, वहाँ पे ये इंटरनेशनल योगा सेंटर जो है क्रिएट किया जा रहा है. दिस इज गोइंग टू बी इंडियाज लार्जेस्ट योगा सेंटर विद द बैंक ऑफ रिवर तावी. Right, so this is the largest yoga center that is going to be opened in Jammu and Kashmir. Right, so just make sure to have some notes. I hope the session was helpful. So this is it from my side, and I hope you guys enjoyed this session. I hope you get enough information for your exams so that you can become more confident. This is it from my side. I wish you and all your loved one a good health, good mental health. Make sure to stay positive and stay motivated for your studies. And don't forget, this COVID thing is again coming back, so maintain social distancing, use mask, use sanitizer, and जब तक जरूरी ना हो तब तक बाहर ना जाए, और हो सके तो बूस्टर डोज लगवाएं. Right? See ya guys. मिलते हैं. Good night.